This is Jessica West Regan with Web 2.0 Television New York, and we are here with local Brooklyn artist Joshua Sandler. Thanks for having us, Josh.
Oh, thanks for being here.
So Josh, where exactly are we? I know we're in Brooklyn, but what neighborhood would you call this?
You're in Bushwick, Brooklyn right now. Bushwick, Brooklyn right now, actually, which is kind of, I believe, east of Williamsburg.
So let's start a little bit with your history. Can you tell us why you got into art and doing what you're doing?
Sure. I sort of got into photography when I was in high school, and it was unintentionally. I was extremely unhappy, and it felt like it sort of gave me a kind of voice that I hadn't had up until that point, and that I could kind of express things more potently than I had been able to through writing or other means. And I was generally sort of starved for a way to express myself. I kind of like immediately I found this kind of like world to work within, in this kind of hyper emotional setting, and it was very like uninhibited. It was like me and my brother and a couple friends of mine and my sisters, and it was just at a time in our lives we were very free and kind of wild and stupid and crazy.
So you mentioned your family, and I know that a lot of your artwork deals specifically with your family. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. The point at which I started really kind of diving into photography and really wanted to explore it as a medium was like my brother, who I have been close to my entire life. We've always been in school together, and we were about the same age. He was getting into theater, and I had another good close friend who was also into theater. And in this kind of very intimate space that we interacted with each other, things became very performative. And so I really just started taking pictures of us within this kind of like private space. We really started to kind of like, we felt like free, and we were all kind of pretty hyperactive and very passionate and very emotional people, including my sisters. And my family they were the people I could achieve that with. I never really was that interested in photographing people I didn't know that well, because I always knew like I can't get to that place where we can really kind of like read each other's minds.
So I know that you've moved from still photography into the realm of video now. Can you tell us how that came about?
Yeah, sure. It was while I was doing a master's degree in Brooklyn at Pratt. It was just something, I had always really loved film, and I'm very, very passionate about like certain kinds of film that really excite me. And so I just sort of decided to kind of explore video, and I really kind of fell in love with it.
We're all girls here. Hint, hint, wink, wink. We're all girls here. Hint, hint, wink, wink. The only difference between us and the Olsen twins is that when we got our boob job, we got it 2 times bigger.
The thing is that I think a lot of people think, you work in one medium and you become very comfortable with it, and then to move to another one, you would use it to a different ends. Photography and video are one is 2-dimensional, and it's got length, and it's got sound, and it moves. So what I kind of found was that I actually wanted to use video to do kind of the same thing, trying to make statements that were very emotional and dark and kind of confusing, but to kind of reflect a confusion that I think a lot of people can identify with.
What are you and your brother working on now? Any big projects, ideas?
Yeah, so now I'm working, as far as video goes, I'm pretty much working in collaboration with my brother that is my primary sort of project for now and for the future. Is for me and my brother Zachary, we are working collaboratively and making, we have one finished video that we've shown now, and we have 4 more videos that we're working on now, and several more ideas that we're very excited about working on. And they all involve like kind of boundaries and sexuality and like a very hyper kind of intimacy. As far as making art, that's sort of our wavelength, is like as being challenging. We're trying to explore people who are very troubled and alienated, and like being in a place where you're not quite sure, you know, if something feels good or if it hurts you, but there's some sincerity to it, because I think he and I both have, you know, had pretty traumatic teenage years and adolescent years, and like, so there's a lot of like self-reflection that happens in the process of coming up with these things. And he brings different things. He brings a very kind of theoretical, very psychological angle to what we do, and I generally try to bring ideas and bring scenarios to the table that come from more from experiences.
Is there anywhere where people can see your work right now?
I have a website, which is just joshuasandler.com, and I am in an upcoming show in April in Brooklyn, which I'm going to put the information on that on the website.
So people should check out your website.
Yeah, if they want to. They should.
Yeah.
They should.
So there you have it. We just learned all about one of New York's most up-and-coming still photographers and now video artists, Mr. Joshua Sandler. From Bushwick, Brooklyn, I'm Jessica West Regan for Web 2.0 Television New York. See you next time.